to move to last pitch of today, Frank from Urbe.if.
Thank you, thank you. Sorry. Okay. So, fortunately, this is the last talk, so soon we can drink a good glass of wine. So, thank you everyone to be here. I'm Frank, Francesco in the real world, Frank on the Web3. And I'm a startupper and a project manager working in the Web3 space since 2018. And from the last year, I'm very proud to be also one of the co-founder and one of the core team members of our community, Urbe.it. So today I want to talk about proof of concept that Urbe wants to present here today. That is basically a proof of concept for Web3 donations. So just few words about Urbe. So what is Urbe? Urbe is our community that connects individuals, but also groups working to advance the Web3 technology. So through community projects, networking, education, and collaboration. So on the right, you can check our motto, that is conquering the decentralized web, one builder at a time. So what's our mission? We have a long mission, a lot of points. So the first one is to decentralize. So basically, we want to create a community to decentralize the ownership of our community to our community members. The second one is, of course, awareness. So spreading knowledge about Web3 technology. Building probably is the most important point for us. So building good projects together as a community, but also open discussion and of course networking. So with this spirit, we are trying also to organize in October Ethereum Rome, that will be probably the biggest international hackathon on Web3 technology here in Italy. So okay, so let's talk about the intersection between Web3 tech and the no-profit world. So here, there are some properties that, in my opinion, are very relevant to understand why Web3 is important for the no-profit world. So the first point is, of course, transparency and accountability. So basically, through on-chain donation, so Web3 donation, you can follow your donation from your wallet to the organization wallet. But also accountability, because in my opinion, could be easier for a no-profit organization to demonstrate and also to build a trust relationship between the organization and donators. Another point is decentralization, but I want to talk about it later in my presentation. Faster and more efficient fundraising. Why is faster? Because basically, in order to donate through Web3 technology, you only need an internet connection only. And also, of course, everyone can donate all over the world in real time. Another important point is Web3 tech, in my opinion, can be very good because can be adapted to the changing fundraising landscape, and in particular, can be very important to empower the user base of about donation. So I read an important data on the Giving Block saying that the crypto donator is 30 years young, 30 years old younger than the traditional donator, and also a crypto donator donates 10 times more than a traditional donator. And the last point, of course, is experimenting new technology and create new projects. So we, all the speakers before me, talk about great use cases that would not be possible without this technology. So now let's talk about Givewise. What is Givewise? Givewise is our proof of concept, and is basically wants to be a non-chain 5 per 1000. So what's the purpose? So the purpose is this one. So if you want to donate in crypto, but don't know who to donate to, or don't want to choose a specific organization, or want to donate to multiple organizations at the same time, you can use Givewise, which then split automatically the money equally every month to all listed organizations. So, 1 second. Okay. Here we have the money flow of this proof of concept. So you can see that we could have crypto holders, so basically people, DAO or community or organization, but also companies, real world companies, donating Ethereum, ETH, that is the native coin of the Ethereum network, to this donation manager smart contract. Okay, this is the core of GiveWise application, and then the donations manager smart contract every month can split automatically the money in equal part to all the whitelisted organizations. So how GiveWise works? So basically, GiveWise can aggregate a set of whitelisted NGOs wallets, so that people, but also DAOs, but also real-world company can donate to this donation manager to support all the NGOs listed. And the cool thing about it is that the only thing needed is just a neat transfer that is probably the easiest operation that you can make on the Ethereum network. So the donations manager basically is the smart contract that governs the reception and distribution, the distribution logic of the GiveWise application. Okay, this slide is very important for me. It's probably the most important because here I talk about decentralization. So what decentralization means applied to this proof of concept, but in general applied to the no-profit world. And we have 3 points. So the first point is using Web3 tech, we could have an autonomous and rewarded execution. So it means that anyone can carry out the distribution of funds and is rewarded for doing so. So there is no specific entity or there is no specific person that can trigger this operation, but anyone can do it and is rewarded for doing so. The second point is the automation. So the distribution of funds necessarily occurs only and always once a month. So it's impossible to trigger this operation 1 day before or 1 day later. So every month funds are distributed. And the last point is permission management. So basically, nobody has control over the funds. So it means that nobody can stop funds or can move funds from GiveWise, the GiveWise application. And it means that basically a proof of concept like that is an unstoppable application for Web3 donations. And of course, we have a little meme because we are Urbe, we are Web3, and so it's quite impossible not having a meme in our presentation. So yeah, we thought of presenting a POC, but also we wrote a smart contract, but also we made a user interface that now I'll show you. So this is the user interface of our proof of concept. So here we have 2 menus. The first one on the left is a navigation menu. The one on the right is your account. Okay, so here you can check that I'm logged with my account on the Ethereum network, and I can check my account activity, so basically my donations, and below you can check also all the donations made by other people, by other companies, by other DAOs. While this page is the DApp page. So in the part above of the page, you can check how many donations, so basically how many ETH are collected in this month. So for example, 120. What is the distribution period, so 1 month, and how many days for the next distribution, so for example, 16 days. While in the middle, you can check some of the feature NGOs. So for example, for this proof of concept, I put Ukraine DAO, Iran DAO, and Charity DAO, and the descriptions are real, by the way. And in the last part of this page, you have a sort of tutorial. So how to donate is just an Ethereum transfer, how the distribution works, and the most important property, so the no host, basically this is decentralizations. Then if we click on the NGOs page, there on the left, or see all after below the feature NGOs, we enter in this page. Here we have the list of all the whitelisted NGOs in the application. So Ukraine DAO, Iran DAO, Charity DAO, but also I put Relief DAO and the Click Charity. In particular, these are very interesting DAOs because each of every one of these DAO wants to achieve a different purpose. So, for example, we have Ukraine DAO that, of course, receive donations for Ukraine, but also, I don't know, for example, Iran DAO leading the women's revolution in Iran. If we click on a specific DAO, we open this page. In this page, we can check, of course, the logo. So in this case, it's Ukraine DAO. So the logo, a short description, but also the wallet address. So basically the address, the wallet receiving donations from the Givewise application. And I put also a Twitter account and also a learn more resource. So in this case, it's a Notion page. And then you have also the mission carried out by the DAO, and the activities that the DAO is making. The last page is the analytics page. So here we can see, for example, how many donations in this month, how many donations, so it means how many transactions in the applications are made, and how many donators, okay? Because of course a donator could donate multiple times. While then we have also the past months analytics. So for example, in January, this application collected and distributed 10 ETH, in February 8 ETH, in March 9, and so on. Of course, everything that I show you is open source because we are an open source community. So you can check the smart contract code on our GitHub if you want, urbe.it/donation manager, or you can check also the user interface on our Figma using the QR code. So thank you very much. These are my contacts on the left, but most importantly, Urbe contacts on the right. Thank you.